The Army vs. Navy rivalry dates back to 1890 and the two service academies have squared off 123 times in the 133 years since. The 2023 Army-Navy game will take place on Saturday and both teams enter at 5-6 looking for a win to earn a .500 record on the season. However, there's a lot more than records on the line as well, with a Black Knights win granting them their 10th Commander-in-Chief's trophy, while a Navy win would force a three-way split that would allow Air Force to retain. This year's Army-Navy game will be held at Gillette Stadium just outside of Boston and kickoff is scheduled for 3 p.m. Eastern Time. The latest Army vs. Navy odds from the SportsLine consensus list the Black Knights as 2 5-point favorites, while the over/under as 28.5 with the under hitting in each of the last 16 games of this series that ended in regulation. Before making any Navy vs. Army picks, you need to see the college football predictions and betting advice from the SportsLine's Jimmie Kaylor. Saturday's game can be seen live on CBS and streamed live on Paramount Plus with the must-have Paramount Plus with SHOWTIME plan. Kaylor is a NFL, college football, and DFS expert for SportsLine, who has covered the NFL and college football for close to a decade as a member of the Pro Football Writers of America. His background as a former college football All-American and NFL player gives him a unique perspective when building his fantasy lineups and locking in his betting picks. He has his finger on the pulse of the college football landscape and has been cashing in big for the last 2 years. Kaylor has been red hot all season, going 7-7, 3-1, 2 overall on his college football best bets for SportsLine this season so far. He is up over 46.75 units, returning a profit of $4.675 for $100 bettors. Anyone who has followed his picks this season is way up. Now Kaylor has dialed in on Army vs. Navy and just revealed his coveted picks and predictions. You can head to SportsLine now to see his picks. Here are the college football odds and trends for the 2023 Army-Navy game. The Black Knights got off to a hot start in 2023 with wins in 2 of their first 3 games but hit the midseason skids with a 5-game losing streak. However, they've responded by winning their last 3 games, including a 23-3 victory against a ranked Air Force squad that was favored by 18.5 points. Quarterback Bryson Daily led the charge in that upset of Air Force with 170 yards on the ground and a pair of rushing touchdowns. He's now rushed for 347 yards and 3 scores during Army's winning streak, and Army will be hoping that he can continue his best stretch of football this season. See picks at SportsLine. The Midshipmen got off to a rough start this season, losing to each of the first 3 FBS opponents they faced. However, they got things back on track by winning 4 of 7 down the stretch, and all 5 of their victories on the season came in games where they forced multiple turnovers.